TRN News.
The Catholic Diocese of Nashville is welcoming the church's first ever American Pope. Chicago native Robert Prevost was elected yesterday and takes the name of Pope Leo XIV. Church leaders in Music City say they are praying in support of the new Pope and are asking Catholics around the world to welcome him. After 3 former officers were acquitted in Tyree Nichols' death, his family is moving forward with a $550 million civil lawsuit against the city of Memphis, its police chief, and the 5 officers involved. The trial is set for July 2026, with family attorneys confident it will bring accountability. The city has warned the potential damages could lead to bankruptcy. 2 other former officers, Desmond Mills Jr. and Emmett Martin, are scheduled for sentencing in federal court in June. I'm Joe Lincoln.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
I'm Tiffany. I have some tips for you on how to quit smoking like I did. First, I did some reading about it. I found a lot of great advice on how to quit smoking and picked out the ways I thought would work best for me. I started by setting a quit date. Then I threw out my ashtrays, lighters, and matches. I did other things too, like exercising more, and it worked. But I'd still get cravings, especially on long car rides. To help me with that, I put a picture of my mother in my car. She died of lung cancer from smoking cigarettes when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life, including turning 17.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
A federal judge has scheduled a trial for Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, a Memphis gynecologist facing over 20 criminal charges. Kumar's trial is set to begin on September 8, 2025. He's accused of performing unnecessary procedures, reusing medical devices, committing healthcare fraud, and enticing victims to cross state lines for illegal sexual activity. Kumar operates a clinic on Poplar Avenue and is also facing a motion to revoke his bond for allegedly contacting patients. He was previously allowed to reopen his clinic while awaiting trial. The National Association of Letter Carriers will conduct its annual Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive this weekend. Nashville is one of about 10,000 cities across the U.S. that are participating. To donate, leave non-perishable food items in a bag near your mailbox tomorrow. Donations will return to the local post office and then be sent to nearby food banks. I'm Joe Lincoln, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. UT Systems President Randy Boyd has recommended the Tennessee Tech Provost to be the next Chancellor of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. The UT Board of Trustees will meet later this week to consider Boyd's recommendation of Lori Mann Bruce. She has been Tech's Provost since 2018. The State Court of Appeals has upheld the ruling of Judge Gary McKenzie in a Cumberland County murder case. Attorneys for Thomas Mack Arnold contended that evidence was insufficient to support a first-degree premeditated murder conviction in the September 2020 shooting death of Bill Jones. Mack is serving a life sentence for the crime. Parking lots at 4 Putnam County schools will soon be repaired. The school board has approved a $14,000 agreement with a Cookeville-based company for design of bid documents related to the projects at Baxter Primary School, Avery Trace Middle, Cane Creek Elementary, and Cornerstone Elementary School. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. The work week is off to a wet and stormy note with scattered showers and thunderstorms likely throughout the day. 1 or 2 storms could be strong with gusty winds and torrential downpours. Highs will top out in the mid-70s. East wind around 5 miles per hour. Scattered storms will remain likely overnight with lows around 60. Southeast wind around 5 miles per hour. Widespread rain and storms will remain likely again Tuesday with highs in the lower 70s. Wednesday will bring another chance for storm activity with highs around 80. Will briefly dry out Thursday with highs climbing into the mid to upper 80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune and dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Oh, no. Every morning feels so bright, with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio at 6:07. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's Monday. It's the 12th of May. Happy Monday there, Sheila.
Happy Monday, Jason. Happy Monday, everybody. It's raining out there right now. It's going to be kind of a cloudy day. High in the mid-70s. We're at 62 right now.
A few things you need to know. Livingston Academy Music Department tonight at 6 p.m. They're having a concert. Well, the doors open at 6, or dinner's served at 6. The concert starts at 7, and it's a pulled pork dinner, $10 donation per plate. You get a main dish, 2 sides, dessert, and a drink. Kids under 5 eat free. All proceeds from the event go toward new uniforms for the marching band.
That's great.
So that's tonight at Livingston Academy.
Well, there is a pet loss support group that meets the second Monday of each month at Plenty Downtown Bookstore. And it's tonight, the 12th at 6:30, from 6:30 to 7:30. So you meet for an hour, and it says it's each session features an open discussion and support group. It's where pet families gather to grieve, remember, and heal, honoring that special pet. So I think that's good that they have a pet grief support group.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'd heard some rumblings and rumors about this, but I wasn't for sure. But the Upper Cumberland Business Journal has put out that Saltbox Inn and Stables is closing.
What?
Yeah. Due to a personal situation within the company's ownership is what they're saying.
Oh, I hate that. I love
I do
Saltbox Inn.
too.
Great place to have events, and they've been open several years and made a difference in this
Man,
area.
I hate that.
I do too.
They were doing good business too. You know, I mean, it was beautiful out there.
Yeah, most definitely. And then the food was good always
Yeah.
out there, and And they had 2 like event spaces. One
Yeah.
that was upstairs in the barn. Great place to take pictures.
Yeah.
I just hate
A lot of
hearing
special memories there for a lot of people. I bet
Yeah.
I've watched at least 3 people I know get married there. Plus, we've had some office parties and
Yeah.
things like that. I mean, just some
Christmas. There's a lot of great Christmas celebrations
good,
there.
good times had there. It'll be sad if it closes for good. Listen, I don't imagine that it will close for good. Somebody
We'll step up.
surely.
I don't
right?
know. We don't know the situation or anything,
No,
but
I don't, but
I just hate that.
surely, they put too much into the infrastructure there and how good it looks for it just to sit there.
Yeah.
Surely.
Okay.
Okay.
Restoring Childhood Meetup is happening at Cane Creek Park, the Hilltop Shelter, tonight between 5 and 7. It is in the spirit of restoring like childhood, that like when we get out and play and get away from the screens, that's what they're trying to do. Kids can play, you can share a meal, get to know everybody that's on the new Restoring Childhood Coalition. So don't forget about that. That's a meetup at the park, Restoring Childhood at Cane Creek Park tonight between 5 and 7.
I haven't been to Gio's Cottage Bread Company in Livingston, but apparently it's awesome. It's just awesome. It's an Italian-Cuban deli.
Ooh.
And it's done so well in Livingston that they're already expanding. They'll be coming to All Good at 114 West Main Street. And they need so they need 4 servers still, 2 bartenders, and 1 pizza stretch top position, whatever that is.
Pizza stretch top.
I guess they're stretching the dough and doing toppings.
Huh. I need to try that place.
Well, yeah,
So that sounds good.
I mean-
Italian Cuban deli.
I'm in.
I mean, I like Italian. I like Cuban. Let's go.
I'd probably like a mixture of the both, to be honest with you.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you can join Jason and me at the Putnam County Dream Builders Luncheon for Upper Cumberland Habitat for
Gonna be a
Humanity.
party.
We're going to host it at the
Ain't no party like a habitat party.
at the Edge. Excuse me, making me get all choked up. At the Edge at Life Church. It's going to be this tomorrow, actually, at noon. They still have some tickets remaining for that. It's $25. You get lunch and can hear about the family that's getting the new Habitat home and hear about all the qualifications. And you can even be a table host for $200 and invite others to dream big with us and continue the big dream
Of
which
home
is
ownership.
Home ownership.
Yeah.
Reserve your spot. Still a little bit of seats remaining, so get those and join us tomorrow at noon.
This is neat. According to the Chief Executive Group, Tennessee is ranked number 3 in the nation for business growth. The survey, which represents the best and worst places to do business, has Tennessee ranked at number 3 for, this is multiple years that Tennessee's been in the top 5. And this isn't the first time we've reached number 3 either. So we've been doing it for quite some time. The biggest mover as far as states go, Virginia was took the biggest leap up. Still not as good as Tennessee, but pretty good. Way to go, Tennessee. Go Vols. GBO.
Love it. That's all I have in things you need to know.
Well, did you feel the earthquake?
I didn't feel it, and I was awake.
I was awake.
I was
mean, it
waking
happened
up, and so was Tim. Tim came in to
happened
me, and
at
he
8
said,
o'clock in the morning.
somebody said, he came in and goes, somebody said there was an earthquake just a few minutes ago, and I go, I didn't feel anything.
It was a 4.1 in Greenback, I believe, is where it originated.
Yeah.
That was the epicenter. They kept calling it the epicenter. And people felt it in Atlanta, Charlotte. There's people that said they could feel it in Nashville.
Did you feel it?
I was mowing. I was on a tractor, so
Yeah.
I didn't.
You know, a lot of people sleep later than 8, though, on a Saturday.
Not us morning type people, though.
No, I was already up and moving around. I was in the kitchen making some breakfast
There you go, Sheila.
and putting up dishes and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe when I cracked the egg, it happened. I thought,
That's
that's just
right.
an egg.
Yeah. On there's a lot of people talking about 4.1. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it is.
And they said there might be some aftershocks. And then everybody's talking about all the fault lines that run through Tennessee, and
Which I knew we had a lot of fault lines through here, but then when they showed it, like it was all it was lit up across the state.
oh yeah.
Our whole state is a fault line.
And then of course then you hear about Reelfoot Lake.
Yeah.
It was formed by an earth. Yeah, we know. We all took Tennessee history. On Sunday, May the 18th at around 5:30, the motorcycles involved with the Run for the Wall will be coming into town here in Cookeville. So make sure if you want, be on Jefferson lined up with your American flags and all that at 5:30 on Sunday afternoon, May the 18th. I think that's all I've got for things you need to know. You got any more, Sheila?
That's it.
What about your 2 cents? That's brought to you by Freedom Pond. That's at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta.
What band or artist made you first fall in love with music?
That's a tough one there.
I mean, I remember music probably before I could talk. So I don't know
Fall in love with music.
I'm going to tell you, it was my daddy singing, my daddy and my granny singing. That's how I fell in love with music. And my pa would play harmonica. And I mean, it was just kind of a music loving family.
That's tough. That's a tough
I remember things that made me fall in love with music, or my people that made me fall in love with music. As far as an artist that sticks out, and then I loved Oak Ridge Boys
Well,
and
it's
stuff
hard to
like
narrow
that.
it
Dolly,
down.
I would think Dolly too.
It's hard to narrow it down too, because you're getting hit with all types of music.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I don't know. I have to think on that one, Sheila.
My granny would like sing to us all the time.
You can find that at Good Morning Cookeville on Facebook. Also on Jason and Sheila on Facebook. Anywhere else?
That's it, Jason and Sheila and Good Morning Cookeville.
Okay. Head over there, get on Facebook, and answer that. We'll get to your answers for your 2 cents coming up here in just a little bit on Good Morning Cookeville. Brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We're live this morning in the Willow Window Studio Hangout. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pond, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pond Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pond, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning,
It's brought to you, let's see, Your 2 Cents is brought to you by Freedom Pond, 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. They're your guns and ammo store as well. And they have the Phoenix Trinity Sidekick customized by SK Guns. Very rare because only 20 were made, and they have the remaining inventory. So if you haven't went down there to see that, tell them Jason and Sheila sent you. And they'll take you right back there and show you that SK gun that is the sidekick. The sidekick.
Okay.
Hey, I'm the sidekick. Anyway, here's the question. What band or artist made you first fall in love with music?
The very first tape I ever got
I like that tape. Yes, we're that old.
was
cassette.
It was Alabama, the one that had mountain music on it. But as far as like listening to music, I mean, really, it was whatever was on 103 KDF back in the day.
I remember Mama had one of the old 8 tracks.
Yeah.
And she had like an 8-track that had all the country hits on it at that time, and it was Country Sunshine, Dottie West, Dolly Parton was on there, Marty Robbins, just all of the hits. And I remember just loving that thing. And of course, Dolly Parton also had a TV show,
right?
And she'd come down in her little swing singing like "Love Is Like a Butterfly." So Dolly, of course, Dolly. Come on. And the Porter Wagner show, remember her on that?
Yeah.
And she branched out and had her own show.
Right.
Do you remember Ralph Emery's Pop Goes the Country?
Yes, of course.
All that. Watching all that. And even Sonny and Cher and Donnie Marie. I watched all the music shows.
Oh, all of them?
All of them.
I thought we were supposed to narrow it down to one.
Dolly.
Okay.
It's hard, though.
Well, I mean, you're just going.
I was talking about all the memories of just remembering. My family loved music.
Naming everybody
That was
off.
in that genre, though, in that time that I remember just really loving music.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny. You said pick one, and then you're going alphabetically through everybody that was on Hee Haw ever.
Yeah, Hee Haw. I didn't name that one. Matthew Chris, he's got a gif of Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters. And it may have been
Nirvana.
But I bet you he loves Foo Fighters. I know Matthew Chris was in here Friday with us.
I feel bad for kids that had to start their music loving off with Nirvana and all that stuff.
But Dave Grohl made it back up with Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more positive in that group. Russell said the Beatles. Yes, I'm that old. John said Merle Haggard and his Fender Telecaster.
Some of that stuff I had to age a little bit before I understood and liked it.
That's me.
Merle Haggard was one of those.
That's me with Willie.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson.
Once the Haggard bug bit me, I was in.
Yeah.
I love Keith Whitley. But even that took a little bit of time. But I was talking about when I was a kid.
So you're naming a lot too.
I was trying to think back when I was a kid, the very
right, and then memories creep up, and then you talk about a lot, like I did.
Trying to narrow mine down,
it's
but
hard.
I've got to go with Alabama because
that's when you first really loved that.
The first the first record I ever bought, and this is kind of embarrassing, is Men at Work, Land Down Under.
Well, that wasn't a bad choice.
The Roses.
The Roses Shopping Center.
The Roses store where Harbor Freight is now.
Yeah. Roses. I miss it. Thomas said Elvis Presley and the Monkees. See, it's hard for people to narrow it down. Kevin said Johnny Cash. These are some good ones.
Yeah.
Johnny Ferguson said Hank Sr. Christy said Elvis. My mom would listen to 8-track tapes all the time. Close second would be Kenny Rogers.
Ooh, Kenny Rogers. That's a good one.
Yeah. Trina said Randy Travis and George Strait. That made her start loving music.
Come on now. That's 2 good ones.
Scott agrees with you. Alabama all the way for him.
Yeah.
Michael said AC/DC made him start loving music.
Well, I'd have to put that in my top 5. AC/DC for sure.
I remember our bus driver would let us listen to tapes on the bus.
Yeah, mine too.
And AC/DC. That's the first time I heard of them on the bus, actually.
Oh, really?
But I was like, "Who's
They
this?"
played them on KDF. You'd hear Who Made Who and
Yeah, but
Back in Black and Shoot Me All Night Long and all that stuff on KDF.
I guess I didn't know who it was, and then I knew who it was when
Yeah.
kids on the bus was like, "Hey, well,
Yeah.
who sings
I remember
this?
the first time I heard Black Dog from Led Zeppelin on
Yeah.
KDF, and I was like,
What is this?"
I must consume all of this?
Yeah, that's one of their best. It's one
Yeah.
of my favorites. What band or artist made you first fall in love with music? Angela said the Osmonds and Jackson 5 and all the old Elvis and country that my mom played. Said she fell in love with music. It's hard to narrow it down to one.
Yeah.
Because, once you discover it and you discover there's lots of talent out there, you want more.
Remember, it was fourth grade is when Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet came out, I think. I think I was at fourth grade. Was there one before Slippery When Wet? Anyway, whichever one was out first was, fourth grade. I remember finding Bon Jovi at that time.
Yeah.
And then Bon Jovi, as time went on, got a little weak. But Bon Jovi's like what turned me on to some of these other rock bands.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess
Then you moved on to Poison.
well, Motley Crue and Cinderella, Tesla, our Black Crow, all of those. And
Black Crows came a little later.
that's that's my type of music right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my favorite. If I had to pick a favorite genre, then that'd be it. But I don't know.
The Motley Crue genre.
Yeah, the hair bands, the bands of the 80s and 90s.
They made it fun and they were still rocking.
They were rock and roll. And then something happened where you had to be depressed and
You had to hate your mom and dad.
had to.
And I was like, I'm not into that.
It is a little embarrassing though, watching some of the old videos now.
Yeah.
'Cause you're like, oh my.
And the makeup wasn't even good.
Oh, I remember my grandparents would be like, "What are you watching? What is this?" Me thinking they're crazy.
Y'all don't even know what good is.
But now
You look back, no wonder they had a fit.
trying to be like, I can see it now. Yeah, totally. I'd be
Yeah.
like, "What are you watching?"
The crazy hair on the men, then they were all wearing makeup. And,
There's men dressed up like women, yet still hitting on women
yeah. What are you watching?
in a very misogynistic way.
That is why Jason is who he is.
Totally confused by all this.
Oh, one we didn't mention, and I'm sure we both liked him, Van Halen.
Oh, yes, of course,
Yes.
Van Halen.
Yeah.
They're a staple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody in that band was good, but they didn't wear a lot
What
of
was your
makeup.
first concert? Like the very first one that you can remember going to?
Well, I've told you before, it was Conway Twitty with my
Oh, yeah,
parents.
that's
But it was at the fair.
Yeah.
He was at the fair
And mine was
in Fayetteville.
Wilson Phillips.
That's funny.
And then Chicago after that.
Aerosmith was one of my first
Yeah.
rock concerts.
First
Did not disappoint.
First concert you went to like without a parent.
I took my sister to see New Kids on the Block.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
I'm a cool big sis.
Mine was Alice Cooper.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, at Municipal Auditorium in Nashville.
Municipal.
I wasn't supposed to be there.
But yet you went.
Snuck.
Was it worth it?
Well, yeah, I mean, to say you saw Alice Cooper
Yeah.
and it was a great show.
And you saw Alice Cooper in the day where he was still young and vibrant. I mean,
Well,
he's still performing now.
I don't know about that. I mean, he was still, pretty old at the time.
Alice Cooper has always looked old.
Yeah,
As far back as I can remember, even when he was young, he looked old.
yeah.
You think the makeup made him look older?
I
Or he
guess
just
so.
he just lived a rough life.
I don't
But
know.
he's still living.
That was during the, Be My Frankenstein and that era of Alice Cooper.
But you know what? It still wasn't as much angst as Nirvana.
No.
Alice was having fun and enjoying himself.
Yeah, it was still fairly fun. Head over to Good Morning Cookeville on Facebook. You can get in on our question there, or Jason and Sheila on Facebook. And thanks for watching. If you're watching on Facebook, you can also watch on our YouTube channel at Hub Plus TV. You can watch on Hub Plus, which is available on Roku. Just search Hub space PLUS, Hub Plus, or you can catch us on Twin Lakes or Spectrum Cable on channel 192. So a bunch of different places you can find us. Tell your friends, help them out if they can't find us. Met a lady at church on Sunday and had to helped her find us, and she wrote it down on her bulletin.
Love it.
So when she was going to download the Roku app as soon as she got home from church.
Oh, bless her heart. I love it.
Yeah. So that's
Thank
awesome.
you for that.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Got spoiler alert coming up next. The latest in the world of entertainment and music coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live from the Willow Window Studio, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vincent with the UCR Sports Report. The Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles baseball team improved to 34-18 overall and 16-8 in OVC play yesterday, beating Lindenwood 7-4. Sophomore catcher Mac Whitcomb tied a program record with 3 home runs in the game. Tech will play their final home game of the season against MTSU tomorrow. In the NBA yesterday, the Indiana Pacers took a 3-1 series lead on the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference semifinals. They won the game 129-109 after leading by 41 at halftime. The Thunder beat the Nuggets 92-87 and tied their series up in the Western Conference semifinals. One day after the Colorado Rockies lost by 21 runs to the Padres, they fired their manager, Bud Black. The Rockies are an MLB worst 7-33 to start the season. Rockies third base coach Warren Schaefer will serve as the interim manager. Join us this evening at 5:30 on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel as the Gordonsville Tigerettes softball team plays East Robertson in the region semifinals. I'm Jacob Vincent, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here, live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:34 now.
Our guest this morning will be Carrie Bilbrey from Generations Gaither Mental Health and Homes. They're restoring mental health and trying to help folks with recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk to her about a fundraiser that's coming up. Also, Baxter Fire Chief Matt White will be in with us. We'll talk about the growth of Baxter, and we'll talk about the fire department and what's happening in Baxter.
All right. Spoiler alert time. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Jimmy Fallon has Sofia Vergara on tonight. Just in case you're wondering what Sofia Vergara is doing tonight. ABC's got American Idol Paradise as well. And on CBS, The Price is Right at Night, NCIS and NCIS Origins. On Fox, America's Most Wanted, Missing Persons. And then just regular America's Most Wanted.
Whoa, that's a lot.
And then NBC's got The Voice and Yes, Chef. Netflix season 1, Tastefully Yours is on there. And I do want to watch this. It's on Fox Nation. It's Fox News Roku app or, whatever. But there's a new game show coming on there. Greg Gutfeld's What Did I Miss? So it's these people, they've been put in isolation for a certain amount of time. And then he shows them news stories, and they have to say whether or not they're real news or fake news.
That would be fun because there's so much now that sounds fake, but
Yeah.
really happened.
So I forgot how long they've been in isolation, but it's this house way out in the country somewhere, and no cell phones, no TV, no radio, no nothing. They're complete isolation. Haven't seen anything or heard of anything.
I would hate the isolation part
Yeah, I would too.
with people I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It'd be fun for a little bit.
It'd be fun for a day,
'Cause you get
and then
to
I'd
know
be
the
ready to go
people.
home.
Yeah. Wrestler Terry Brunk, known as Sabu, has passed away at 60, according to ESPN. His death follows a recent retirement match during WrestleMania weekend. So thoughts and prayers go out to the Terry Brunk family. And 60, that's too early.
Yeah, that was young.
Yeah. Fox has renewed the Rob Lowe hosted game show, The Floor.
You like that one?
Yeah, as well as the show Extracted. And Universal Basic Guys are all confirmed for new seasons with Fox.
Is Extracted the one where Denise Richard, her breast implant burst?
No, I haven't even heard of that.
You read it. You told us about it.
But the Extracted is there. It's kind of like Survivor, but there's somebody living. There's people living out in like a Survivor type scenario.
It was something like
But
that, and
no.
she bungee jumped. And
No, that's a celebrity something or other.
Okay.
But
you really don't remember reading that to us.
I do now. She was ziplining. And
Then you act like I was crazy.
well, no, this took me a second because Extracted is a whole other show.
I've not seen either one of those.
But we've talked about Extracted too. And so there's somebody else
I
in the
know.
world who can say extract them, but only that person can do that. The
Oh,
person
yeah.
actually there can't.
I remember. But I remember we've talked about all of them, but I've just not watched them.
Right. Yeah, I know that, but it's just funny you went straight to Denise Richards' boobs.
Well, it just sounded horrible.
Down the Mind, the original 1983 test episode of the children's series Thomas and Friends, narrated by Ringo Starr, was recently rediscovered. It's been posted on YouTube, and it's going to coincide with the 80th anniversary of the Talking Tank Engine franchise. 80 years Thomas has been around.
I did not know he's been around that
I
much.
didn't know it'd been around that long. Because I mean, I don't ever remember it when I was a kid, but I remember it when my kids.
Well, I think that's when they decided to go TV on it.
Yeah, probably.
And that's when it got real popular.
Bindi Irwin, that's Steve Irwin's daughter, has been hospitalized for emergency surgery after her appendix ruptured, causing her to miss the annual Steve Irwin Gala in Las Vegas. Her brother Robert said she's going to be okay, but surgery, out of all the things we were ready for, that was not one of them. Robert said that Bindi had just recovered from endometriosis surgery in 2023, during which 37 lesions and a chocolate cyst were removed.
Chocolate?
That's what it says.
I haven't heard that. I've heard of endometriosis, and Bindi has had children. So, I mean, it's hard sometimes for ladies to get pregnant when they have endometriosis.
That chocolate cyst, that is a first for me. I have not heard of that. Maybe it's an Australian thing. I don't know. It could be.
Could be.
Amber Heard announced the birth of her twins, daughter Agnes and son Ocean, in a Mother's Day Instagram post, saying she was elated beyond words and called their arrival the completion of her family. The actress welcomed her first daughter, Una, back in 2021. She said, "Becoming a mother alone, despite my own fertility challenges, has been the most humbling experience of my life." That's been the most humbling. Not being taken to court and prove that you pooped in a bed. That wasn't.
She's trying to forget about all that.
Jordan Hudson, that's Bill Belichick's much younger girlfriend by about 50 years, got third place in the 2025 Miss Maine USA pageant. But Coach Belichick was there to support her.
Of course he was.
In other Jordan Hudson, Bill Belichick news, apparently she's been banned from UNC football.
What'd she do?
I don't know, but now the university is denying that she's been banned.
Which is it, y'all?
I don't know. But a sports writer says she's been banned. She may have not been banned by the actual school.
Yeah.
But she may be like, hey.
It may not be officially said, but they're like, she's not coming back.
Maybe said without saying.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those, hey, Bill, how about you don't bring your girlfriend to work? All right, bro.
I would say she's a handful. I mean, in the interview clips that we'd seen, she was a handful there, wouldn't let him answer some of the questions.
And there was apparently something with a Dunkin' Donuts commercial that she worked her way into that had Bill. I mean, she's just latched on to Bill Belichick. I mean,
taken over.
I mean, you knew it wasn't for looks, right?
Oh, no. For her, it's money.
Yeah.
For him, she's cute.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
she's young and cute.
I don't know what you do if you're him. I mean, that walk up on you and be like, well, I got all this money. Can't take it with me.
Might as well go for the younger ones.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you do if you're him.
All right, Bill. But how do you keep up with someone that much younger than you?
Blue Chew is what they call it. Some of you fellas out there know what I'm talking about. Okay. At the box office, Thunderbolts comes in at number one, $33.1 million. That puts it at a total of $128.5 million since it's been out. Sinners comes in at number two at $21.1 million, followed by a Minecraft movie down to $8 million. Had a big opening weekend and then petered out. And The Accountant 2 right after that at $6.1 million. And then barely in the top five, Clown in a Cornfield at $3.7 million.
I don't even like the title.
Stupid.
Clown in a Cornfield.
Some others that didn't make the top five but were basically in a tie for sixth place was Shadow Force and Fight or Flight. That Fight or Flight, I've heard of that, but I don't know what it's about.
I don't know either.
I'm not going to go to the movies. It was too pretty of a weekend.
Yeah.
There's a little shower here and there, but it was too pretty of a weekend to be at the
It
movies.
was. I had to go see my mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Nice little visit.
Well, a lot of people went to the movies with their mama.
Oh.
That was their mother.
nice.
That was their Mother's Day gift, that they would go to the movies with their mama. I went to church with my mama.
Oh, she likes that better than the movies.
Yeah. Then offered to take her out to eat, but she didn't want to go. She wanted to get back home.
I need to get back home. I got things to do.
So I had to go back out and get
You're
food.
lucky she even got out for church.
Oh no, she'll get out for church.
Yeah. That's
but
about the only thing.
That's
though.
about it.
Yeah.
And I'm becoming more and more like her every day.
The older we get, the more we're like, do we really have to get out?
If I get out, I'm not getting back out.
Yeah.
I mean, if I get home,
Like I get home and I'll think, like there's plenty of times when I think, well, I'll get back out and get that. I'll just run home first, freshen up. And then I'm like, oh, it feels so good being home. I don't think I'm getting back out.
yeah, I don't know if it's.
Does that mean I'm officially
I
old?
think so. I don't know if it's, because if I can't do it while I'm out, it ain't getting
It's not going to get done.
It's not going to get done.
And it's like, there's a threshold like after 50.
Yeah.
That's when it happened to me.
Yeah.
And it was accidental.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm liking it so much that I don't have to get out.
Something my dad has started doing, and it makes sense, is he'll take a little longer route just to turn right into something.
I get you.
And you know what?
I'm getting that way.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, maybe I'm just.
Or
maybe I'm
let's
just
go
getting
out by the
old.
light. I'll
Yeah.
skip 2 or 3 roads. They'll get me there closer.
Yeah. And then,
But I'm like, no, I got to go find the light.
yeah.
Go toward the light, Sheila. Go toward the light.
Coming up, we've got the real good couple stories that are positive and uplifting, and we're doing Ask Sheila or Ask Jason.
Do you want to do Ask Jason?
I do not care.
Let's do Ask Jason this
All right,
week.
Ask Jason this week. That'll be fun. That's coming up, so stay with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We're live.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931 Window 1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. The work week is off to a wet and stormy note with scattered showers and thunderstorms likely throughout the day. 1 or 2 storms could be strong with gusty winds and torrential downpours. Highs will top out in the mid-70s. East wind around 5 miles per hour. Scattered storms will remain likely overnight with lows around 60. Southeast wind around 5 miles per hour. Widespread rain and storms will remain likely again Tuesday with highs in the lower 70s. Wednesday will bring another chance for storm activity with highs around 80. Will briefly dry out Thursday with highs climbing into the mid to upper 80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:48 now.
We have 64 right now. We're going to get up to the mid 70s, but rain in store. We started out kind of cloudy. It's still drizzly out there.
Yeah.
I like saying drizzly.
Got my whole yard mowed, and I almost got my garden spot ready.
Look at you.
This weekend, so
Yeah.
I'm all right with a little bit of rain.
It was a pretty nice
week.
weekend.
It felt great.
Mhm.
I mean, it was just a great day out on the mower. I mean, I mowed more than I should. You know what I mean?
You enjoy it.
I mowed things that hadn't been mowed in a while.
Yeah.
Had to raise the deck and mow.
Yeah. That's nice though.
Oh yeah.
And nobody bothers you on the mower.
No, wasn't even anybody home. I was just riding around on the lawnmower.
Tim likes that mower.
Me too.
Loves it. What does that say? That I get on his nerves?
No, Sheila, I doubt you get on anybody's nerves. Well, every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it
The Real Good.
A hospital in Green Bay, Wisconsin is celebrating a baby boom. 14 of the registered nurses who work in the maternity ward are expecting babies of their own.
14 nurses.
14. Isn't that crazy? The timing of all this baby fun is perfect considering yesterday was Mother's Day and today is the last day of National Nurses Week. In a statement, Amy Barden, the director of the Women and Infant Center at the hospital, called the situation incredible and full circle, noting that many of the nurses are about to become first-time moms.
Aww.
And all the moms to be have something else to look forward to. When the time comes, the nurses who are expecting will be in good hands because they'll be cared for by their own colleagues, which is sure to create a sense of comfort and community. How cool is that?
That's really cool.
I doubt it was a coordinated effort.
I don't think so. It could have been. Who knows?
All right, fellas, on this date, we're doing it.
I'm sure not everybody's due at the same time. Who knows?
Bo Jackson is believed by many to be the greatest athlete of his generation, and there's an argument for that. Back in the late 1980s and early 90s, he played both baseball and football. It was an amazing feat, really. After retiring, he stayed active and has continued to make an impact on his community. After witnessing the destruction caused by storms in Alabama in 2011, Bo set up a charity bike ride called Bo Bikes Bama that involved riding either 60 or 20 miles with him, all with the goal of raising money for Alabama's Emergency Relief Fund. His latest and reportedly final bike ride was held earlier this month. Despite some rainy weather, more money was raised, adding to an amazing total donated. After 14 rides, the event has raised $2.53 million.
Wow.
Thanks to riders from 39 states biking over 600,000 miles. That money helped repair 735 homes, build 75 safe rooms, and install 10 emergency warning sirens. Way to go, Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
So to the hospital in Green Bay that's got a maternity ward full of pregnant ladies, and to Bo Jackson, y'all are real good. All right, Sheila, I'm ready for
Ask Jason.
Let's see how we do.
All right.
You got 10 right last week.
I know, I'm shocked.
That was big. You had a big Monday.
Yeah.
Maybe I can match it.
Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then I kind of went down.
Yeah, I did. It went downhill after that. That's
Not
okay.
bad, though. All right. This has to do with your work or work day.
Okay.
The average person will do this 20 times per week. What is it?
Is this at work or before work?
Before work.
20 times per week.
Per week. The average person will do this 20 times per week. What is it?
Sleep through their alarm.
I'm going to give it to you.
What is it?
Hit their snooze button.
Oh, man, I don't even know where to hit the snooze button. Mine's on my phone.
It comes up, I know you've got an Apple phone like I do. It comes up in a little red button and you just hit that.
Well, I don't ever hit that.
You just get on up.
Most of the time I'm up before my alarm.
Yeah. Like that whole week that we had off from doing the morning show.
Yeah.
I woke up. I mean, it was like, I'm thinking, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But the one time I wouldn't set it and thinking I'll just go ahead and wake up, I would sleep through. It's always
Yeah,
set
I
an
always
alarm.
set it just in case.
Yeah, but it was like clockwork, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right, you got one right this week.
All right.
Let's go to the second question.
Okay.
Ask Jason. About 12% of people surveyed said they hate this about their job. What is it?
Meetings.
Nope. This is 12%. You know more than 12% hate meetings. 12% say they hate this about their jobs. What is it?
I'm gonna say
Something to do with around their desk.
their trash can.
No.
Like, are they like it's not getting emptied by the cleaning people?
No. That's
It's
a good one.
around their desk. Can't find a pen.
Nope. One more.
12%
12% of people surveyed said they hate this about their job. What is it?
Their chair.
Get out. Yes.
Oh, really?
It is. A chair that hurts their butt.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or a chair that just hurts. Like there's chairs that aren't right for you. And one bad chair, when I was sitting in an office one time, caused sciatica to flare up. To flare up.
Well,
you know what? I ain't ever had it since I got rid of that chair
that's right. But
and that job.
you got one of those anti-sciatica chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I just keep moving now. I'm not behind a desk all day.
Yeah.
All right, 2 right.
Well,
You're having a good Monday.
Let's do it.
And then the last question.
Yeah.
The average American office worker goes through around 500 of these every year. What are they, Jason?
500 of these?
500 of these. The average American worker goes through 500 of these every year. What are they?
Probably not pens. Surely people aren't going through 500 pens a year.
They might lose 500 a year. I don't know.
So I'm not going to say.
I have a favorite pen that I keep with me.
I'm not going to say pens.
No, it's not pens.
They lose 500 of these or use.
They go through them. They don't.
Go through them. So they're being used then.
They're being used.
If they go through them. And how many? What was the number?
500.
500
a year. This is the average office worker. 500 of these a year they go through. What are they?
Post-it notes.
No, but that's really a good answer. It's not the right one at all. Not even close.
Hint.
Oh.
Is there a hint you can give?
If I give you a hint, you'll get it.
I mean, well, you don't have to. I'll make this my final answer then. Let me think here.
It may be before they even get started in the morning.
Disposable coffee cups.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Told you if I gave you a hint, you get it.
All right.
3 on 3. 3 questions, 3
Welcome
right.
to the gun show.
Jason starting out as good as I did last week.
Yeah.
Can he have 10 or more?
That was a good hint on that last one, though.
Yeah, without really giving it away.
That was a good hint.
Thank you.
All the hints were very good. Thank you.
I try to be good to you.
I appreciate the hints.
3 correct today. You did a great job.
Coming up next, who we got?
We've got Carrie Bilbrey from Generations Gaither Mental Health and Recovery Homes. Also, Baxter Fire Chief Matt White will be in at 7:30. So
All right.
That's some good guests coming up here.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching us today. If you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate that. Be sure to share that with your friends. Also, if you're watching on Hub Plus, rather on channel 192 on Twin Lakes or Spectrum. Appreciate that. Or if you've downloaded the Roku app, Hub Plus, you can find that by searching Hub Space Plus and put it right on your Roku and watch us every single morning here on Good Morning Cookeville. Hang out with us, guys. We'll be right back.
TRN News.
The family of Tyree Nichols is moving forward with a $550 million civil lawsuit against the city of Memphis, Memphis's police chief, and the 5 officers involved in his death. That's after 3 cops last week were acquitted of murder charges for fatally beating Nichols. The civil trial is set to begin July 2026, and the family's attorneys say they are confident it will bring accountability. Meantime, school lunches will look a little different in Asheville and Tennessee in the upcoming years, as the General Assembly recently voted to ban Red 40 from public schools and charter programs in the state beginning in 2027. That means students may no longer get things like strawberry milk, strawberry yogurt, and red Jell-O. Red 40 has been linked to potential health issues in children. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Every day, the men and women of the United States Marine Corps demonstrate their commitment to defend the American way of life. Since 1775, we have served our nation as a force in readiness.
Get some rear security.
From combat operations to humanitarian assistance in every corner of the world. No matter where the mission takes us today or wherever our country needs us tomorrow, we always remember the land we call home. As Marines, we take a stand for each other, for our nation, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
A 4.1 magnitude earthquake struck just southeast of Greenback a little past 9 o'clock Saturday morning. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the quake was 15 miles deep and was felt across multiple southeast states. Reports came in from cities including Knoxville and Chattanooga. Residents as far away as Atlanta, Asheville, and Greenville also felt the shake. No injuries or damage have been reported as of Monday morning. The family of Tyree Nichols moving forward with a $550 million civil lawsuit against the city of Memphis, their police chief, and the 5 officers involved in his death. That's after 3 cops were acquitted of murder charges last week for fatally beating Nichols. The civil trial is set for July 2026, with the family's attorneys saying they're confident it will bring accountability. And school lunches will look a little different in the state in the upcoming years. The General Assembly recently voted to ban Red 40 from public schools and charter programs starting in 2027. That means students may no longer get things like strawberry milk, yogurt, and red Jell-O. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. UT Systems President Randy Boyd has recommended the Tennessee Tech Provost to be the next chancellor of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. The UT Board of Trustees will meet later this week to consider Boyd's recommendation of Lori Mann Bruce. She has been Tech's provost since 2018. The State Court of Appeals has upheld the ruling of Judge Gary McKenzie in a Cumberland County murder case. Attorneys for Thomas Mack Arnold contended that evidence was insufficient to support a first-degree premeditated murder conviction in the September 2020 shooting death of Bill Jones. Mack is serving a life sentence for the crime. Parking lots at 4 Putnam County schools will soon be repaired. The school board has approved a $14,000 agreement with a Cookeville-based company for design of bid documents related to the projects at Baxter Primary School, Avery Trace Middle, Cane Creek Elementary, and Cornerstone Elementary School. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. The work week is off to a wet and stormy note with scattered showers and thunderstorms likely throughout the day. One or two storms could be strong with gusty winds and torrential downpours. Highs will top out in the mid-70s, east wind around 5 miles per hour. Scattered storms will remain likely overnight with lows around 60, southeast wind around 5 miles per hour. Widespread rain and storms will remain likely again Tuesday with highs in the lower 70s. Wednesday will bring another chance for storm activity with highs around 80. We'll briefly dry out Thursday with highs climbing into the mid to upper 80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic and share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Oh, yo. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:07.
And Carrie Bilbrey is with us. Carrie, help me. I hope I get this right. You're with Generations Gaither Mental Health and Recovery Groups.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I was like,
Good job, Sheila.
It's a long title, though, Carrie.
So what? So
I get
what is?
tongue-tied sometimes.
So what is this? I mean, like, tell me, like I'm hearing about this for the first time. So what?
Okay.
What is the Generations Gaither Mental Health and Recovery Group?
Well, we are specially designed group homes to give people the time to adjust to their mental illness and their medication.
So it's a group home.
Yes.
Okay.
So we provide the time that it takes because I don't know if you guys are aware, but when you have a mental illness and you have medicine prescribed, so say there's 20 on a list, you might get lucky. And in that first one, it might help you, but everyone's chemical makeup is different.
Mm-hmm.
So if it doesn't work, it's taken 3 weeks to a month to really figure that out. So you have
get into that. Some of that's got to get into your system
does.
first, right?
It does,
Okay.
You know, and so if it doesn't work, you mark that off the list. Well, that's a month gone. And who really has a month to give without working or doing your daily life?
Mhm.
So our home provides the time that they need without the weight of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
And can you describe, like, when people think of mental illness, they think of one type of person, and it's not. There's so many under the umbrella.
yes,
It could be depression.
Yes.
It could be anxiety, OCD.
Schizophrenia.
Okay, so it could be lots of different things.
Several. And I don't know if you guys know this, but it's 1 in 5 in Tennessee alone has been diagnosed with mental illness. That's
Really?
937,000 people just in Tennessee. And that's documented. And that's not even our youth. That's not even, 12 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
it's
adults.
yes.
So
it's a huge thing.
Is that a higher number than, I mean, does that number grow, or is that pretty much where we're at year to year?
I feel like it grows because our youth seems to be getting more and more. So as they go through, but the cool thing is now it's okay to ask for help. I don't know if you guys, I don't know what age you guys are, but in my age group, it wasn't allowed.
Oh no,
It was
not
frowned upon.
and honestly, my age group of men,
Yes.
still not really allowed.
Yes, and that's so sad because you should be able to reach out for help. You should be able to reach out.
It's so hard to ask for help.
You know what I mean? And you should be able to not have to feel bad about that.
Yeah, we're just supposed to grin and bear it.
Right. And,
Yeah.
and that's such a horrible stigma for you gentlemen because you guys have so many things on your plate also. You shouldn't always have to be strong. You should be able to cry and talk about how you feel. You shouldn't have to do that. And I always tell my husband that too. Baby, you don't have to be so strong. Got a shoulder right here for you.
Well, there's a strength in being vulnerable too.
Yes.
That I think it's hard for men to grasp because they feel like they're not holding up their end of the bargain. They have to be the provider. They have to be the strong one. And there is a pain in that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
They carry a weight we
Well, it's
don't
an
know,
extra
don't they?
stress for sure. Yeah, and we feel like we're just supposed to take that on and.
It's like,
and be
you
good
know,
with
you
it.
hold it all in, and one day you just explode because it's all just in you.
Yeah.
So that's what, and you're talking about medications. Let's go back to that because I think I've been with folks that have had depression, and they think if they take one medication and it doesn't work, they think they're broken and no medication is going to help.
No, baby.
Like you
please
said,
don't
it takes so many.
baby.
No, baby, honey.
Don't think that.
But it is, but I know that from experience of being with folks that have mental illness, and it takes sometimes several different medications that they tried that works with their chemical makeup.
And you got to be patient. I mean,
It's hard because they want to be fixed. They want to, they think I want to be fixed. I want to be well.
and that's our now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quick fix, the microwave is what I call it.
Yeah.
Where you just want it now, and it's just not possible. 3 weeks to a month is what it really takes for you to know if it's going to help you. And there's so many more options. You can't just give up. Like you have to, if that doesn't work, okay, make your little list and check that off and then try the next one and give yourself time.
But I think a lot of people don't know that. They think if one medication doesn't work, then they're broken and nothing's going to help.
Yeah, and you know
And that's
what?
sad.
It's so sad because there's nothing wrong with you, sweetheart. You just have the chemical imbalance is what it is. And so you just got to find the right medicine to help it adjust, and you can go back to regular everyday life and be okay again. There is hope. Please don't ever be afraid to reach out for somebody.
Well, and it's a little overwhelming too. All the medications that
It is.
are out, and they
It is.
and then they show them to you on TV like they're candy bars.
And then there's a long list
Right.
of don't take
Side
this if it,
effects.
yes, and you're
Right.
like, whoa.
You may poop your pants. Well, you know what?
You don't never know.
I got to weigh my options here. Do I
don't want to be depressed or poop my pants.
Right. Yeah. If those are the options, find me something else. I don't. I mean,
Right.
it's so difficult to even make a decision. And then to me, with all these TV commercials, it's almost like you're walking into the doctor asking for it, and I'm not sure that's great either. I don't know how that's supposed to work. I know doctors aren't supposed to take requests.
Yeah.
But when you walk in with that on your mind, that seems, I don't know, a little weird to me.
It does. It is. But that's where the specialists are come into play because, you go into a doctor and, something's wrong with your foot, we're going to send you to ortho, because the human body is so vast and there's so much to know. No one can possibly be a doctor of everything. So they have specialties. And we have a medical clinic here in town for that reason, designed to help, to be able to help you find the medicine that you need. And the beautiful thing about our homes is when you come in and you start this program we have scheduled routines, and we have our different like therapy, and you go every week and make sure your medicine is working. You know what I mean? And you really get the break to be able to get back on track, and you gain the strength and with our guidance and you empowering yourself to get back to independent life. And that's why I love this program.
Got a fundraiser coming up. We'll talk to Carrie Bailey with Generations Gaither Mental.
Bilbrey.
Carrie Bilbrey.
What'd I say?
Bailey.
Oh, Bilbrey, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Carrie Bilbrey with Generations Gaither Mental Health and Recovery Group Home. We'll talk to her more coming up here in just a little bit on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:17 now.
And we have Carrie Bilbrey with us. She is with Generations Gaither Mental Health and Recovery Groups. And they're recovering from their mental health, trying to find what really works for them.
Where'd the Gaither come from? Is that like the gospel group, Gaither?
Everybody says that. That's so funny. Love them, by the way.
Yeah.
They came to our church, so they were great. No, that's the owners.
Oh, okay.
That's who started it.
I got you. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And now you've got a place in Cookeville. You've got a place in McMinnville. Is there another one?
Yes, I'm pretty sure we have 8.
8.
Oh, wow.
Boy, the Gaithers are great then. They've started something and it just expanded.
Are all 8 here in the Upper Cumberland area? Okay.
No, we only have 2. Well, you said Upper. Never mind. Oh, yes.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say Cookeville. So we have.
But
2.
they are in the Upper
Yes,
Cumberland.
Upper Cumberland.
One in the Upper Cumberland, one in Cookeville, one in McMinnville. Or all 8 are in the Upper Cumberland.
The other 6, yes, the other 6 are in McMinnville.
Oh,
well, we're scattered.
I see. Oh, okay.
They're scattered around the Upper Cumberland.
I was just trying to figure out,
that's really great though. I didn't know there were 8 different homes. Is that what I should say?
Yes, and you don't really realize either that there's not a lot. You know, like when we get a new resident, we can travel up to 2 hours away because there's just not enough help out there. So that's why I'm such an advocate, for this.
The spotlight that's been put on mental health here within the past 3 or 4 years, really, I guess that's one of the silver linings that came out of COVID.
Yeah.
Is that people were like, maybe maybe I need some help.
Yeah.
You know, with
They had
mental
time to
health.
slow down and really
Yeah.
evaluate.
And it normalized mental
Asking for
health.
help.
Yeah.
You know what I think
Made
is
it
sad
okay.
too?
Right.
Well, it's like some of the medicines with your chemical makeup can make you more depressed.
Yeah.
That was just a shock for me when I found that out, because there are lots of people who deal with horrible depression and thoughts of suicide, and then to know that they're trying to get something, they're reaching out for help, and then that medication can really turn against them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean to. I mean, nobody has diagnosed that. They want to help them, but know with your chemical makeup that it may not be the right medication. So this is the Gaither, the Gaither, the Generations Gaither recovery homes. They really do help find the right medicine for you. Is that basically what you guys do? And give you the time to kind of sort through what is right for your body.
That's exactly right.
So that's amazing. I'm glad we have 8 around the Upper Cumberland.
Yes, me too. And the one in Cookeville here takes walk-ins. So if you feel like you are struggling, come to our facility and talk to them.
Where's it at?
It's over off of I Cookeville does that thing where one road turns to another road.
Right,
Yes,
yeah.
it's
So
confusing.
To me, it's interstate, but you go across and go down by Lowe's. And do you guys know where the Tennessee Retina and the big Eye Institute?
Yes.
And like Dr. Casal, all that.
Yeah.
It's on the right across the street.
Oh, okay.
exactly
I
where you're
know where
talking
you're at then.
Mhm,
Yeah.
It's right across the street. Forgive me, I don't know why I don't remember. the
Neal
road.
Street.
Neil. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know why it confuses me. That
It does me too when
I
it
don't
changes. It's
understand
like
why
you're
we're on
going along one
interstate.
road and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you cross over and then it's like a different road.
And I'm like, why does this
Should be
change
the
when
same
it's
road.
better?
So what is the fundraiser's coming up? You've got to look.
June 21st.
You need more vendors and people.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Yes. So it's put on by Cashew Collective, which is my friend Parker and his buddies. They're starting up a new thing. They've been a part of Import Alliance for years, so they know what they're doing. Super proud of him, by the way. He's going to try to do his own thing later. But he put built modern, design classic. So I really like that because he has all things in here: domestic, import, truck, classic, motorcycle, whatever it is.
So
you
if it's on wheels, you can
That's
show
right.
it.
You
Yeah.
come on up, and we got that nice space donated behind the Cookeville High School where the soccer fields were. It
Yeah.
used to be an old airport.
Yeah.
So we got lots of room.
Oh yeah.
The Sportsplex. Is that what they
Yeah.
call it? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And then we have a concession stand, and then, like I said, any local vendor. You guys want to come out and support and make a little money yourself.
Right.
It should be a really good turnout, and I'm super excited.
And it's in June, right?
Yes, June 21st from 12 until 5. And they're doing some fun stuff like they had a cornhole tournament. So when you come in, you and your team member will pay $10. But what happens is everyone that's a part of that, we're going to split it. So, whoever enters, the winner will take half, and then we'll keep half for, as a part of the donation.
That's pretty. Is that around Father's Day? Is that?
think
is that
so.
Father's Day
Oh,
weekend.
wow, I didn't even think of that. Is that Father's Day weekend?
If not,
It's a great event
it's
for
close.
Father's Day. Yeah.
I was
And
gonna say, wouldn't you as a dad,
yeah,
want
that'd
to
be
come
fun.
and
That'd
do
be
a
fun to
car
go
show?
do. Yeah.
Yeah. Father's Day is the 15th.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Close
okay.
enough.
Pretty
But
close.
yeah, it's
Yeah, but you can make that a fun outing with Dad to go look at some cars and hang out and see some stuff.
Oh, also, so when you come in, it's $5 to enter, and you get a raffle ticket automatically. So, and we're gonna raffle a prize every hour, and they're all donated by people here in Cookeville.
Oh, really? That's
Yes,
great.
I'm still working on those because it's a month away. But right now I have the slice, barbecues. There was another one I have to pick up. Salons, they love to donate. So
Yeah.
there'll be lots of good prizes. I'm hoping if any detail shops are listening,
Yeah.
I'm going to be coming by and seeing you, and hopefully you'll
All
want
right.
to donate because I feel like that'd be a fun prize, right?
Oh yeah.
Donate when Carrie comes to see you.
Donate.
Donate.
Donate big.
That's how you do. Now I'm guessing since this is a fundraiser that it either doesn't cost a lot to be in the home for a little bit, or it doesn't cost anything. So where's this
How does
money
this
go?
help?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm in charge of activities.
Uh-huh.
And I call them quality of life trips because, even us when we're working, we take our vacations because
Yeah.
we got to remind ourselves of the joy. And so that's part of what I do. Like the 28th, we're going to go to Mayfield and Ice Cream Factory. We're going to
Oh, that'll be fun.
and see how all that works, and we do that, and our Christmas fund. Not everybody in our program has family, so we always try to put money aside for a nice Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what our activities fund is for.
Okay.
To be able to provide.
And that's what this money's going to go to, the activities
Yes,
fund.
the
Okay,
activities
gotcha.
for Christmas and crafts. We do crafts every day, and sometimes we have people that come in that doesn't have anything. So we like to also have money to be able to help, So if you get involved in our program and you don't have shoes, well, we'd like to have the money to be able to go get them a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? So the activities fund helps in many different ways.
And you're talking about family, and they were talking about this fundraiser, and everybody should get involved with it. But do you see more people who don't have family than do? Because it seems like family would be a great resource if you are having mental health problems. I know anytime I have felt in a certain way, I'm a mama's boy. So, I run to mama, and just wonder if that's got to have effect on people's mental health.
It does. And I'm really glad that you brought that up because so many people are unaware of the fact that it isn't just a problem. Mental illness and recovery also means drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's a lot of people that get estranged from their family because they didn't know the battle that they had wasn't them just being a horrible human being and on drugs and don't want to do anything with their life. They're battling internally.
Right.
And they're self-medicating because they don't know how or what to do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the tools to really overcome that. They haven't been taught that.
Exactly. And you got the family when they do have family are wore out because they are just like, I've done all I could. I gave them all the chances and they're still not like it. And I think they perceive it as they don't care, but that's not it.
Right.
They don't know. They have their own battle. No one sees.
Sure.
They don't know how to figure it out.
Well, they may be battling mental issues of their own that maybe they're just better at dealing with them or something than somebody else.
There's so much hurt. Everybody just hurts everybody and not knowing how to overcome all of that.
Yes, and I can't tell you how many families when they do have family in our home thank us because they have tried and they have done so much and they just felt like they were at a wall and they couldn't do anything else, and then it's like, oh, okay, this is why.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean? And I always tell them, don't feel bad, you didn't know.
I mean, we're not doctors. I mean, we don't know.
You don't know, and you did your best, and you know what? You can forgive each other because that's another beautiful part of this process. When you quit and you get on the right track and you start talking to people and you start making your way back, it's such a beautiful forgiving, you know what I mean? That's like we hear he leaves the 99 for one.
Right.
That's the absolute truth. He wants us all. Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes, we've got to remember, hey, that they're lost. We got to get them back, and sometimes family's too close. Sometimes there's too much pain. You know what I mean? If I see it one way and you see it another, and we're at odds with each other,
it's hard to see past all of that. And if you don't have the tools to learn, you guys really help educate that person going through it and the family.
That's right.
Well, that and I think having a good friend group is probably something good for you too as well. And that's hard to. It's hard. I mean, that's hard to find anymore. It really is, especially friends you can trust. Because you don't. I was lucky. I'm still friends with all the guys I went to elementary school with. I mean, we can't lie to each other. We know each other too well. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a good base to have, though.
It is, and I've been blessed with that. Good friend group, good parents.
Oh yeah.
And 'cause there's no telling. with me, what could have happened.
Well, I can't imagine. I think of that and how grateful we are about how we were raised, and those that don't have that kind of unit, I
Yeah.
don't know how they make it.
Me either. That's
And with folks like the generations Gaither.
Well, it's personal to me because I lived it and watched it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My mom raised, I'm technically her grandchild.
Mm.
My biological mom got pregnant early, 15. So and of course, it was always like she was the wild one. She was the black sheep.
Right.
My mom always like, how do I have you two that are so strong and independent and helpful and loving and care and are with me every weekend, but she don't want nothing to do with us. And she used to beat herself up, and I'd say, Mom, you can't do that. You raised us all the same. She made her choices. And I wish that she would have lived long enough to know that the daughter that she always thought like she didn't do enough for had a mental illness.
Yeah.
And got help. So to me, it's very personal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, just real quick before we got to go, give all the details out about the car show coming up again.
All right. So it is June 21st from 12 to 5 p.m. $5 general admission. You get a raffle ticket. We raffle every hour. There's lots of fun stuff like a car limbo and a cornhole tournament. Oh, we got bounce houses for the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Play area on site. There's going to be lots of good food. Hopefully, I'll get some calls from vendors around here, and we'll have lots of good little
Hope so.
shopping.
And where is it going to be?
Behind the Cookeville High School at the soccer field. You said sports place.
Sports complex.
Yes, sportsplex.
Something. Yeah.
I've noticed everybody really.
Because it's something different.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Like, oh, the old airport. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
They used to have
Exactly.
you know what? There used to be a really good restaurant there at the airport back when I was a kid.
Oh.
It was good. It was delicious. Carrie, thanks so much
We
for
can
being
cook
here.
over here, just so you know.
Well, all right,
Have
let's
some
go.
good food on.
Carrie, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
thanks for all
I
you do,
really
too.
appreciate it.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never, ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vincent with the UCR Sports Report. The Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles baseball team improved to 34-18 overall and 16-8 in OVC play yesterday, beating Lindenwood 7-4. Sophomore catcher Mac Whitcomb tied a program record with 3 home runs in the game. Tech will play their final home game of the season against MTSU tomorrow. In the NBA yesterday, the Indiana Pacers took a 3-1 series lead on the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference semifinals. They won the game 129-109 after leading by 41 at halftime. The Thunder beat the Nuggets 92-87 and tied their series up in the Western Conference semifinals. One day after the Colorado Rockies lost by 21 runs to the Padres, they fired their manager, Bud Black. The Rockies are an MLB worst 7-33 to start the season. Rockies third base coach Warren Schaefer will serve as the interim manager. Join us this evening at 5:30 on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel as the Gordonsville Tigerettes softball team plays East Robertson in in the region semifinals. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. It's 7:34. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We're live in the Willow Window Studio.
And we have Baxter Fire Chief Matt White in here with us. How you doing, Matt?
Good morning. How are y'all?
Doing great. How are things in beautiful Baxter?
Fantastic. Growing like crazy.
It is, isn't it? A lot of new homes and things like that getting built up around Baxter. So how does that affect the fire department?
Well, as always, it's a challenge for any. As a town grows and a city grows in size, it presents a little challenge, but it's growing pains, and we'll get through it. And as we go through it, we'll get to be bigger and better, and we go on. So.
Yeah. So when it grows as much as it has in the last, say, 5 years, do you get funds that can help you hire more firefighters? We need more, don't we?
Absolutely, always. There are some funds out there. There's some federal funds that are available. They're pretty hard to get anymore, but we're trying our best. And as the town grows, like I said, we'll take in some more revenue as it comes in, and hopefully buy more things and get more people. So
with all that growth and stuff, you've been the fire chief. We were just talking about it since 2015, and that's been 10 years now, which is crazy. I mean, to say that out loud just sounds crazy that it's been 10 years.
Yes, it does.
It don't feel like 10 to you, does it?
No.
And
Yeah.
sometimes it might feel like 30.
It does not, yes.
So from 2015 to 2025, the amount of growth that's happened on that side of Putnam County, not just Baxter, but that whole side of Putnam County, I believe even 10 years ago, that may have been just right when the travel center got built,
Correct.
so, and it's just continued to grow after that.
Absolutely.
What's been the biggest thing for you watching Baxter grow and being the fire chief? What's been the most surprising thing for you?
Probably just the residents being built and coming in, and we're going from where it used to be, everybody had large yards, to now we're kind of a more condensed, constricted neighborhood. They're more high occupancy type things that everybody's close together. So it's been kind of a challenge to get used to that. Now your neighbor may be 10, 15 feet from you when it used
right.
to.
I mean, well, speaking of fires, when that happens, that's why it could be so devastating without a great fire department, because if homes are so close, if one catches fire, they all could go.
That is 100% correct.
So is it harder to contain?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
It's being quicker, being able to react faster, and some of the building codes and fire safety codes we put in place kind of help with that process. Kind of helps to eliminate some of that spread. There's always that danger of that happening, but hopefully we can contain that to where it is. It's you said in the last 10 years, one of the biggest things we've done is to bring on and have a full-time fire department, to have somebody paid 24 hours a day. To be able to respond to those calls.
So that's recent?
3 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
That it wasn't full time until 3 years ago?
It was not, no.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't either.
No. We did a part-time basis. We had people during the day, but at nighttime the volunteers covered it 3 years ago, and we started that process, and it's been a huge improvement for us to be able to be there and serve. I mean, within 3 to 4 minutes, somebody's going to be at your door.
Yes.
When used to, it may be a whole lot longer than that, 10 minutes plus. So now.
Oh, wow.
Well, your volunteers are great, but they still have to get up or leave work.
Sure.
Come in and get a fire truck and then leave from there and go respond to wherever the call's at. So it just takes extra time, and having somebody there 24 hours a day cuts that down. And you were talking about the fire growth that takes place. The faster you can get there, the better off you are. Fire doubles almost every minute. So just just that fast response to having somebody there quick and fast.
Well, that, and I don't, maybe the community also doesn't understand having a full-time fire department that your property insurance goes down.
It does.
So I mean, you're saving the community of Baxter money on their home insurance by having a full-time fire department.
All these departments are rated, depending upon where they are. You have an evaluation about every 5 years to come in, and the insurance service organization comes in and they rate you and classify you as to where you're at to give some of that rating for your fire departments to be able to give you a better discount maybe on your insurance. So.
Well, you know, you really love being a firefighter because you've done it for so many years. I mean, I first met you when you were at Cookeville Fire Department.
Correct, yes.
And were you then when
always hanging around firemen?
Yeah, you know.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but
it's not a bad thing. It's okay.
I hadn't been stalking him for a while. I just got back into stalking recently.
All right.
But you were working at Cookeville Fire Department and Baxter for a little bit there, but it was years ago. I know it's been years. I was I took the Cookeville Citizens Fire Academy, which helps us kind of learn what all you guys do. Which
you played the part of damsel in distress.
that is. Remember, y'all did put me on something like we acted like it was he was taking us out of a burning building.
Oh, I bet you love that.
Well, I enjoyed it. But here's the deal, though. Taking that really does help. Like Citizens Fire Academy, when they do it again, it does help you realize just how much work y'all do. And that's just a little of what y'all do.
Correct. Yes.
And even the equipment, how heavy it is. And I mean, I had so much more respect for them after I was done with. I'm thinking, how do you even move in all that heavy equipment, let alone dragging people out of the homes and or doing the jaws of life, all of that.
All that gear weights you down. You're probably acting, 65, 70 pounds when you add all that on.
And then climbing ladders.
And climbing ladders, crawling around, whatever you want to do.
Rescuing kittens, rescuing people.
Yeah. She loves it when we have a firefighter that's rescued a kitten.
You can't beat it.
If there was a calendar you could buy, firefighters rescuing kittens, she would own it.
She'd have it.
That would be cute.
Be a good fundraiser if y'all ever need to do that for the Baxter Fire Department.
We'll keep that in mind. Absolutely.
How was, when we talk about being from volunteer to a full-time thing, how many firefighters did you have to hire, and are you still looking?
We're still looking. We hired some people to be on every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We hired those, put those in place. We're still looking for more. As the revenues grow with the city, we hope to be able to provide some more. Baxter's still a small town. It's not as big as anybody else, but we are doing fantastic with what we have. We're hoping just to have a little bit more. In the next couple of years, we're really looking at maybe adding on hopefully one per shift that we have, and maybe in 5-10 years another one. So as the town grows, needs are there. We'll try to add more. So.
Does the Baxter Fire Department, would it be the one that gets called to FICOSA, that big, huge plant, or is that outside the Baxter city limits?
Well, we will get Portobello.
Portobello, that's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yes, that is in Baxter, and that would be the huge plant.
That's huge.
That is a huge plant, 1 million square feet.
Yeah, I mean, how do you train for that?
Well, we visit the site very often, pre-plan things, what could go wrong. We try to identify any hazards there, try to get really used to the place. And, if they call us, say it's a certain area, we want to be sure that we know exactly where that's at.
Right, yeah.
Not wasting any time and drive.
I imagine a lot of times you wouldn't be able to see from the outside if you're showing up between, if you're there 2 or 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it may not be on the outside of the building yet, so you got to know where to go.
Right. So we rely on that, and that does help us to be able to go. We visit the area quite often, and we have a good working relationship with them about going in and making sure.
That's the things that I didn't think about too. You would have to go to these places and kind of check them out, and kind of everybody says have a fire plan. You definitely need one in a business.
That is correct.
Well, especially in a place that big.
It's
I mean,
huge, yeah.
Because you could run around to that thing forever.
Mm-hmm.
It seems. I've never been in there, but it looks ginormous.
It will take you quite a while to walk through it and get back. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that, you know what, and there's also not just home construction that's happening in Baxter. A lot of the older buildings are getting refurbished now, and there's new electrical, and there's new all this stuff. Do you have is that something that you go inspect, or is that more of or does a fire inspector come from the state to do that?
I am the fire inspector for Baxter. So
all right,
yes,
well there you are.
So we get to visit those places, and we, as they grow and change, like you said, and refurbished, we'll go back in and we'll do a safety check for all of them, and we look for life safety hazards that are there, and hope to correct anything we do find and discover. So
Just imagine that them, a lot of those people who are refurbishing those buildings are coming across some really old electrical stuff and really old everything, some things that probably wouldn't pass muster these days. And that's a tough hill to get over for somebody redoing those businesses and things like that, redoing those buildings, because that's an expensive thing to do.
It is
too, but that growth is also good.
Absolutely. Well, and those are safety hazards as we go through them, and you try to explain to them that, hey, this is a safety thing. We don't want anybody to get hurt or injured later on. And usually they'll see that, okay, it is an expense, but they do understand the need to update that and make it safe.
We're talking to Baxter Fire Chief Matt White. More with him coming up in just a little bit. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. The work week is off to a wet and stormy note with scattered showers and thunderstorms likely throughout the day. One or two storms could be strong with gusty winds and torrential downpours. Highs will top out in the mid-70s. East wind around 5 miles per hour. Scattered storms will remain likely overnight with lows around 60. Southeast wind around 5 miles per hour. Widespread rain and storms will remain likely again Tuesday with highs in the lower 70s. Wednesday will bring another chance for storm activity with highs around 80. Will briefly dry out Thursday with highs climbing into the mid to upper 80s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're in the beautiful Willow Window Studio. Their outdoor space, or summer space.
Summer space, yeah.
Summer space. That's what they've got going on right now. Some beautiful outdoor things you can do on your porch or patio. Look them up at willowwindow.pro. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
And Baxter Fire Chief Matt White joins us. How long have you been a firefighter? Should I put that year on you?
Yeah, let's put it over 30 years.
Over 30 years. Now, did you want to be a firefighter even when you were a little kid?
No, I had a friend that actually talked me into it.
Really?
Everybody has their dreams change as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Somewhere about 19, I had a friend of mine doing this and went with him to a fire. And after that, I thought, I'm kind of hooked on it. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So,
what was the thing that really spoke to you? Was it
the danger?
Yeah, the excitement of it.
Yeah.
The adrenaline rush.
Right.
It is. It truly is when you get there. It's kind of mass chaos when you first get there, and 20, 30 minutes later, it kind of calms down, and you're more in a situation where you can tell what's going on, and hopefully you've done a lot of good for somebody.
Right. So. Now, we were talking about Baxter, the fire department, recently became a full-time job, that it was volunteer beforehand. And you talked about looking for some more firefighters. Are the volunteer fire departments around? Are those good recruiting grounds for finding firefighters?
Yes, absolutely. Those guys get experience, training, that bring it in, and they introduce them into the firefighting career, and you're able to kind of tell whether you like it or you don't like it within a little short time.
Mm-hmm.
Those who really like it, it's like me. I couldn't drink. I don't know what else I would do. Right.
Right.
It gets in your blood
It
then.
does. You start down that road, and it's like, this is just so much excitement. This is what I want to do. I want to help people. It's what I want to do for a living. And that's kind of it. So yeah, the volunteers are a great resource for us to start into.
Where do they get their training? Do they just say, we're going to get together and we're going to take care of our neighborhood that we live in?
Well, that's the way it was for a long time. And a few years ago, there was some statutes that's passed to the state. They're required to have a certain amount of training now before they can actually go to fires, which is a good safety thing.
Sure.
And that's brought it around to us. The training is done at the State Fire Academy, some, and now locally we're being able to do it in-house. So we've sent instructors there to be able to certify these people to get going in the career, and that's just what we try to do. We try to do it in-house.
Well, I guess that's the other question too, is that if you wanted to, you're a young person, or, maybe you're maybe a little older, but you want to be a firefighter. Is it as easy as showing up and saying, "Hey, Matt, I've been thinking about being a fireman. What do I do now?"
So for us, it's a little different. We have a little bit of application process and vetting process as we go through. Some departments don't have that. Some have more strict. It kind of depends on where you want to go. But yeah, if you want to see the Baxter, come in, talk to us, fill out an application. We'll explain the process to you. Kind of set some goals of what you would have to do to complete in the next year or so. And, you got to just come in and talk or give us a phone call. That's the best way.
Is it best to start off at a volunteer fire department or not?
I don't know if it's best. That's the way I did it. It's the way a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
It gives back to the community, gives you something to do.
And it gives you a little taste if you like it or not, because I don't think it would be for everybody. And they might think they would like it, and then they get involved and think, I don't think I want to do this. And I'm sure
I don't
you
even have to try it to know that ain't for me.
It's a lot that goes on.
It is.
I'm not a big fan of manual labor or risking my life. So
Just putting the suit on. Well, you might like that because it'll keep you warm.
Well, that's true.
It gets cold a lot.
I do like being warm.
But
so.
that equipment is so heavy, I can't even imagine. And I mean, how do y'all keep from just getting worn out? And then the heat on top of it.
Just got some physical activity, and you keep some kind of regimen.
You have to.
You do. So it's just training, and you'll see these guys, even though they're working, doing whatever, they'll still find time to work out or do some type of exercise program, and you have to, just to be able to stay with the job.
Do y'all get to do like live control burns as a way to keep, keep up on things and to train the younger ones?
Yes, absolutely we do. They're a little more difficult to come by because of some of the strict controls over them.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it's still able to be done. Not like it once was, but we're still doing that. Absolutely.
I was lucky enough that at the Citizens Fire Academy, we were able to go to a control burn, but those were hard to find. I don't know if they do that anymore at the Citizens Fire Academy. And that's just for citizens of the community to learn what they do. And I'm telling you, for that and the Citizens Police Academy, you really do have a different respect for what goes on.
You do.
With what you've seen in growth the past 10 years, where do you expect Baxter to be in 10 more years?
Ooh.
That's a hard question.
It is. I would love to see it grow and continue, some more commercial business, industrial as we go through, the residentials that are coming, they're there. There's plans in place to build, hundreds of residential homes.
Mm-hmm.
So as we grow, town's going to increase in size like the entire county is increasing in size. It doesn't, we're there. Seems like the western end is getting a lot, but that's what we're looking at, and we'll just grow with it. As it grows, we're going to improve our services, make it better for everybody else, and be there.
Well, that's and of course, as you grow, I don't even know where the fire station is in Baxter. Where is that?
It is on Elm Street, right downtown, right almost across from the post office.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you got some good eats coming in around there, at least.
The more, the better.
Now, the firefighters, they have a knack for cooking. Do you have a good cook, or are you the good cook?
Yes, we share the duties in cooking. Everybody that's there, once you stay there for a while, you kind of trade out and have your own little specialty that you like to cook for each other. And, you're living there for 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
And,
that's your family. That's your home away from home.
Well, I've just noticed that, anytime there's even volunteer fire departments, whenever they have a chili thing or a breakfast thing, it's always top notch.
Yeah.
Like it's some of the best cooking.
It's like, why don't y'all have a restaurant kind of cooking?
Right. Well,
it's that good.
Yeah. I mean, you really could, because there's some really good cooks in the fire department. It seems like it's a thing, though. I mean, I guess
it is. Not everybody's a great cook that works there, but
there's a handful.
But when you
that
do
are
a fundraiser,
delicious.
You put your good cooks in on it.
Yeah, that's right. And again, you're talking about the whole western side of the county is growing. Putnam County as a whole is growing. Cookeville's, of course, growing. Everything is. Are you in contact with all the other fire chiefs and how and are there certain situations where you're going to have to work together?
Sure, absolutely.
Do you train together?
Absolutely. We do that. We get together with the fire chiefs pretty regular and talk with each other, and we compare some of the needs and wants that we want from each other. And like you said, we train together, whether it's county, whether it's another city. We talk to each other. We try to have these joint trainings. So if something does happen, when you come together, you know what the other team can bring and what they can do.
You never know with the interstate coming through.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you never know what you're going to run into. It could be, literally anything on any given day.
And you guys are first responders too.
That's correct.
Yeah. So you've got you got a plan for everything.
You do.
And I guess and my guess is that's a hard thing to do. What are the protocols if this happens? What are the protocols if that happens? And then how do we all work together?
True. There's all kinds of different situations that go on, whether it's a medical call, whether it may be a car accident or fire itself. We look at all those hazards and try to look at what we can. Preparing for all of them is, like I said, very difficult. A lot of training, a lot of intense training that goes on to prepare all that. But that's what we're there for. We want to be able to.
And I guess that's another thing that people that want to be a firefighter, they think of putting out fires. They don't think about first responding to wrecks and things like that.
That is true.
And sometimes not everybody has the stomach for that.
Unfortunately, yes, but that is part of it. It's turned to me from just a fire department. Most everybody now is doing some type of medical or rescue. It just kind of makes sense. You've got people there. You can get them trained. You can have them there, or one of the first people on scene to help, and that's what it's about.
Yeah. Well, it's I imagine being the fire chief of Baxter is going to continue to be a demanding job, and good on you for taking that mantle on and being so you're Baxter's first full-time fire chief then.
Yes.
That's pretty neat, man.
Look at Matt setting records.
Yeah. I see a bronze statue one day in Matt's honor.
Mr. White, Chief White.
Chief White.
Can I Danny Holmes and Matt White?
Yeah. The Mount Rushmore of Baxter.
I love it.
Baxter's Mount Rushmore. Well, you'd have to put Bobby and Dana up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's your four.
That's your four. Mount Rushmore of Baxter, I guess, right now.
That would be it.
Well, Matt, thanks so much for your time, for coming in here. I know you've probably got a million other things you could be doing, so we appreciate you spending 30 minutes with us.
All right.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Sheila, who's coming in tomorrow to talk to us?
From Next Generation Painting, it is Jason Bohannon, and also from.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great. He's such a sweet guy.
Yeah.
And he's like the third generation painter in his family.
Like the most humble guy ever in the world.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And he's like Miss Sheila.
Yeah, he calls Sheila Miss Sheila.
And,
Jason.
And Catherine DeBray, she is with the School for Autism. She's starting a school for autism.
Oh, really?
Here in Putnam County. So we'll talk to her about that and what she's got going on too. So just two great guests tomorrow as well.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye now.
Bye.